Welcome back. This just in, breaking news. We have a special episode for you for the lack of episode last week. I got a special breaking news episode for this week. This week, we're bringing on a very special first guest to the Justin Ian podcast. This Just In podcast. Our guest today is the Garm God, the Prep Pope, the Comfy Consulary, the Ernie to my Bert, the Cody to my Noel, the co-host to the best half-year podcast in 2020, my funniest friend, Ian. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. It's not like I kind of gave it away by saying the Justin and Ian podcast.
I know. I put it towards the end because I'm like, okay, this is going to give it away, but it's okay.
Was that on purpose?
Yeah. Just give it away. Just a little. Because that's like kind of the joke of the intro. Because I'm like, it's supposed to be a surprise, but then I ruin it.
That just went right over my head. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not your funniest friend.
No, maybe you can still be funny, but sometimes it just goes over.
I'm just a little slow.
It's okay.
We're rambling. No rambling.
Oh yes, this just it is supposed to be concise and considered. All right, guys. I brought on this beautiful special guest, Ian, today to review the year in Garms and Films. So usually...
Wow.
Yeah, so usually me and Ian would do this on our own podcast, but we're on break for a while.
This is episode 0 of season 3. This doesn't count.
Yeah, no. We're waiting to come back in full heavy force. Wanging out on season 3.
Wangers wanging and hanging.
Wanging and hanging right out on season 3. We're ready to bring it. And we didn't want to give you some digital conversaciones. We wanted to give you the real deal. And in current conditions, that is not possible.
We should deliver all this in like a breaking news fashion.
I know, I'll just run a ticker throughout the whole episode. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I might do it though. I might do it. I should do it.
Just make it say random shit.
Yeah.
You should just make it say, I just shit myself. Just keep going.
You know what? We'll try it for this special breaking news episode.
That's going to be fun for you to figure out.
I'll edit it like you know how on like news shows or whatever, they have like that talking head segment?
Yeah.
That's how this will be.
Yeah.
All right. Before we keep going on, this is why our podcast went from 30 minutes to an hour, because it's so easy for us to just run. All right. So we're going to be reviewing 2020 films and Garms. So we're going to be looking at the very few limited films that we watched this year and the regular amount of Garms we probably purchased this year. Because, Justin Ian podcast, the second best film and fashion podcast on the internet. So,
after throwing fits.
After throwing fits, the OG, the Greasy Goblins. All right, so I just blipped out for a second. Oh, and OBS crashed.
They're going to be the future. Okay.
Oh, no, it didn't. It did? I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, we'll just see. Okay. I don't know what parts got cut out and I don't know what parts stayed in. So this is going to be... Myra camera was recording everything. Yeah, Myra camera was recording everything.
Okay. You can use that for reference.
I'll use that as the basis. And then if the audio goes really shitty, it's because I touched my mics where I'm not supposed to touch it. That sounds so bad.
Yeah. Show me on this mic where he touched you.
Okay,
show me on this microphone where the bad man touched you.
Because I like holding it like a stand-up comedian where they hold the bottom of it where the cable is, but that's not good for the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, going back. All right, so me and Ian brought our top 2 movies each, top 2 Garms each, and then 1 show each of this year that came out this year, that we copped this year, that we watched this year. So we can just go alternating fashion, Ian. Heads or tails? I don't have a coin, but I'm just going to imagine heads or tails.
I'm going to call heads.
I just flicked the imaginary coin. Oh, it looks like heads. You're going first.
Oh, that was so random.
I know. All right, so you're going to go with your first movie, your favorite movie of 2020.
So, guys, as Justin said, I haven't watched a lot of movies. I wrote them all down, and I think you can count them on like 2 and a half hands.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my first pick. Gonna be right off the bat, pretty obvious because me and Justin talked about it. Palm Springs. I really like that movie.
Oh my gosh!
It's an enjoyable watch. What, you have that too?
Yeah, that's on mine. So I got to figure out another movie to put in there. Okay, I got another movie to put in there. Don't worry. But yeah, that was also my top one. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
if
a
you
class.
didn't, it's gonna be so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for all you people to go watch it on Prime Video in January 20
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Reading-
I'm getting fucking ad for it everywhere.
Oh my god, it's so exciting! I can't wait to watch it in non-cracked form.
Yeah, yeah, in not illegal form.
If you guys want more of our thoughts on that film, we did an episode.
There's a
on
whole
it.
video.
There's a whole video.
A whole
I'll link it in the bio, in the descripciones. But the short terms of it is, it's a super inventive rom-com. It has excellent comedic acting from Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti, featuring a performance by J.K. Simmons. It plays with a time trope in an interesting way that hasn't been really done before in like this, but has been done before individually. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it because it's such a great movie. Knowing less about it is better. So I'll just leave you at that.
Go watch it. It takes itself seriously, but not too seriously where it's gonna get you confused. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it takes it seriously as much as a comedian would take itself seriously.
As much as a comedy about time travel can be.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, my pick that wasn't Ian's pick is The Five Bloods by Spike Lee.
Yeah, that made my list.
Oh shit! Wow.
No. It's not my pick.
Oh.
But it was on the list.
So you gotta scramble to pick another second pick. I like how.
No, I have a second pick.
Okay,
but
sick.
It isn't there.
Okay,
Don't worry.
so yeah, Spike Lee's last film was a Netflix exclusive release. So good.
Yeah.
All the performances were excellent.
Chadwick Boseman was in that.
Yeah, Chadwick
R.I.P. to
Boseman's.
God.
No, he did another movie that came out recently, like this week. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I think. That came out recently with him and Viola Davis. Also, we are recording this on Monday, December 21st, so we'll definitely probably watch a few more movies to close out the year, but whatever, it's fine. I don't know if they might or might not change this list, but I'll add in an episode about it or whatever in another future bit.
If I added movies that I watched in 2020, it'd be longer, but these are movies that came out in 2020.
Yeah, movies that came out during the year.
Clear. Yeah, just to be clear.
All right. So
Justin,
performances were excellent. And the vibe of that whole movie was so sick, jumping forward and back and doing that. It was borderline experimental, and it was so interesting how they. I don't want to spoil it, but there were some really cool ways that they dealt with time. Considering this was also take place in the 50s or the 70s and 60s, back into present day.
I like the character. I like the choice to have characters play their younger selves that you just know from context. Like that, that was very interesting.
Yeah, and the story was just super intense. Like the performances were intense with that lead actor Leroy Davis. I think this is definitely not the right guy.
That monologue was crazy.
It was amazing, and this was so many films in one. This was like a war movie, but also a deep character study kind of.
Yeah,
it was great.
Sure.
I don't want to go again. Netflix, easy. We're picking. We the first two picks are super accessible, so there's no reason not to watch these. The only thing that it is kind of that might be a detriment is the runtime. It is quite long. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
It's a long movie.
But it is a ride. It is a good ride. It is a good ride.
Yeah.
And if you like Spike Lee, Spike Lee is always an excellent filmmaker. All right, Ian.
Oh yeah, never.
Your second pick.
This one may be a little controversial for some people, but I picked The Devil All the Time.
Oh,
with Bill Skarsgård, Tom Halsey, Sebastian Stanzi. Yeah, I like that movie a lot. I did like a lot. Tom Holland was great. Robert Pattinson. Delusions.
Everyone plays not to type. I would say you don't expect them to do what they did.
They all they're
really flexing their actor bones.
I think in Tom Holland in specific, he really wanted to break out of that innocent Peter Parker, and I think
I'm Peter, and then he went to I'm Arvin, and I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm Arvin. I'm gonna kick your ass and beat the shit out of you with the bag on your head.
Yeah, that movie is very dark, but kind of worth it dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great commentary on religion, on the American dream, and all that stuff. It's a good time. It's a good, scary, deep time.
And it's a very interesting period piece because, although it's mid-century Americana, it's still a period piece. It's still taking place it's still going back into another time, and it's so interesting how they shoot it because it doesn't seem like a typical period piece. It seems very grounded and contemporary issues and stuff
it's
in
just like
filmmaking.
It's like a dark, graphic, like gothic, like
novel,
and I mean gothic noir in like the most redneck state kind of way.
Yeah,
you know?
so the blends are so weird, but it just works.
Like it works. I think it works. Yeah.
If you like Stephen King, this is a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. And if you love a good revenge story, this is also pretty solid.
Oh, and that balancing the plot lines, that's beautiful. That like.
Oh man, yeah, dude! All like 5 plot lines converge in the end.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
It's good. It's good.
All right, my second pick is a foreign film that I watched at I watched it at a digital film festival. I cannot remember the name of this digital film festival, and I obviously did not do the preparation to. Okay, I will pull up what the film festival is called, but the film is called Druck or Another Round. It's a.
Oh yes, with Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen. Yes, Another Round.
I seen trailers for that.
It was at TIFF, and TIFF was too expensive, and I didn't want to TIFF was expensive this year. So yeah, Another Round. Also titled Druck. It is a Danish-Swedish film. And this was a very interesting movie. You definitely never heard of it, and it is a foreign film, but subtitles exist. So it is a film about a bunch of teachers. They are teachers who drink a little bit as a test to see if they improve their performance as teachers. So the thesis of their little group project is if we get a little drunk, are we going to be better teachers? And I don't want to spoil if they are better teachers or not, but it's definitely a possibility that it is something to explore.
Plot.
Yeah,
does it get dark? I feel like that movie can get dark.
The thing is, this is another movie that plays with comedy and darkness so beautifully.
Okay.
I watched it at Cinefest Sudbury online. It's great
because Mads Mikkelsen doesn't really do lighthearted,
No, but it's interesting. It does balance the line and it does it very well. And I'm very glad that I watched this movie. And it's about alcoholism and family relationships. And I don't want to say much more, but it is an excellent movie. And I'm glad I watched it at this Sudbury Cinefest.
Nice. All right,
Ian.
Justin, we're at 14 minutes. Let's move a little.
Let's get some pace. All right, Ian, your last film is.
Didn't I already pick 2? You want me to pick another? Oh, we're doing 4.
Wait, what did you pick again?
Palm Springs.
Okay, recap it. All the time. Okay, and then my picks were Another Round, aka Druck, and The Five Bloods. All right, guys. So those are 4 films you should definitely check out this year. I would say a good mix of films.
There's some comedy, there's some dark, there's some
foreign film. We got a foreign film.
Foreign films.
Yeah, we just threw in a foreign film.
We have a big range.
We got a big range. I guess we're just
into film, I guess.
Like that.
We're cinephiles.
Yeah.
We're cinephiles or something.
We just watch movies all the time.
We're pedophiles. We're big pedophiles.
Stop it. Okay.
Stop it.
Now, stop it. So now we are going to move on into the transition. The shows. What is your show of the year this year? New show that came out this year.
You said one show, right?
Yeah, one show, just to balance it out. Because we're going to do it's total top 10.
Yeah. I'm glad Justin clarified that he said new show because a lot of my shows are shows that have started and just came out with a new season. But I will say my first pick, and maybe out of left field because I know there's a lot of good shows that came out this year. Queen's Gambit. I know everyone's freaking out about that.
Didn't watch that at all.
Haunting of Bly Manor. I know
didn't watch that either.
About that. Me neither, buddy. But my pick was an early 2020 release, Midnight Gospel. I love that show.
Oh, yes.
It's a good show.
The podcast animation show.
Yeah, psychedelic, deep thought. That show has almost 0 to none plot. But I was invested in every episode, and one episode made me cry in particular, and it was really real.
Wow.
Talks about death, themes of death, drug use, life in general, meditation. It's real cool stuff. You guys. So
this is a deep exploration into your personal self.
Yes, but it's also very funny because it's very trippy and druggy and just funny. It's cool. It's very cool.
the best way to deliver the truth is through is in that mask of like beautiful weirdness.
Yeah,
that's Midnight Gospel.
That's how I would say. Yeah.
Is it getting a second season?
I think so. It sets up for a second season, but I'm not too sure. Or it can kind of be like left up to your imagination if it ends or not the way you want it to.
Interpretationist.
Yeah. From a little podcast animation, who would have thought?
I know. Wow, podcasts can go really far, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm winking at the camera for the audio
Sponsor
listeners.
us. Sponsor Justin. Sponsor me. Sponsor us.
Please, Justin Ian podcast will come back in full force, and we'll make every 15 minutes an ad if you want, if you pay us right.
Yeah, we'll give you a minute an ad each. We'll give you
honestly
a minute an ad.
We'll start the episode with an ad and we'll end it with an ad, please.
We'll give us tattoos of your companies.
Just right on our bodies. All right, guys, we have a new ad, and then like we just strip for that whole segment.
Every new ad is a tattoo on our body.
It's memento. We have to memento our ad.
Exactly. It's memento. It's admento.
Admento, and then if they drop us, then we're like we have to just like cross it out. We just leave it on. So why do you have a Squarespace tattoo on your nipple? Oh yeah, about Squarespace. And then on the other nipple, it's Wix.
We lost the sponsor. Yeah, we lost the sponsor.
So who are you sponsored by, Wix or Squarespace?
We're rambling, Justin.
Sorry. That's a different podcast. Okay, my pick of show of the year is Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Now,
I knew it.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist kind of continued on my interest in musicals, and I'm glad that it came out in this way. It's very, very amazing. So it is a jukebox musical, but it's very interesting in that it's not a traditional jukebox musical where like, oh, we're gonna start singing now because we're happy or whatever the emotion is.
Yeah.
This is a jukebox musical inside one person's head. So this girl Zoe, she has a MRI, and during the MRI there's an earthquake, and for whatever reason during her MRI, the doctor who does the MRI plays music, and whatever technology happens, earthquake happens. Now she hears music. She hears other people's emotions through musical numbers and sees them through musical numbers. So there are bangers in this show, like some excellent fucking dance choreography sets and musical performances that are so bad. Like, I'm thinking about them now. I'm just like, yo, that is so fucking sick. And I think this show needs more love. Has a second season coming out January. I don't know where you can find it. I'm sure you can find it. It's not on any streaming platforms that I know of, but it is having a second season this year, and I'm very excited for it. This is probably the only show that I'm willing to watch in a weekly basis. And yeah, if you like music,
that's something. You hate watching shows on a weekly basis.
I know. You know what? Actually, I think knowing me as an addictive like with my my issues with like just binging shit, it works out for me so much better because I can pace it.
Do you feel about growing appreciation too?
I'm sure if I said any season that came out this year, we would have put Mando on there or something. But yeah, Mando.
Oh, dude, Mando definitely would have made my list.
Mando definitely helps with that pacing, and I do appreciate Netflix shows that do pace it out.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our shows
of the year.
Make
you appreciate things.
Oh yeah, just taking the time just to absorb that episode for the week. Stop binging, everyone. Stop binging. All right, guys. So recap. We gave you 4 Excellente films to check out, 2 Excellente shows to check out, and now we're closing out with 4 GARMs that we picked up this year that we were very excited to grab. All right, Ian. Yes. I'll go first for the GARMs.
Please do.
Okay, so this is my most recent pickup. So this year, if you are tapped into sneakers or hype culture at all, or on Instagram at all, you know it was the year of the dunk. And after countless raffles and a bunch of L's at 6 a.m. on Sneakers Canada, he finally won. I finally succeeded. And with one raffle, I got another. I finally joined the Dunk Club. And I have got these boys. You can't see them, Ian, but
I can't see them, but
you'll see the ACG Dunks, the purple, black, red, yellow joints. Thank you, Blue Tile Lounge. Yeah, thank you, Blue Tile Lounge, for finally letting me win a raffle. This was an amazing and great way to end the year of the dunk. Finally, happy to have one for retail price because I'm not paying fucking $300 for a dunk. So yeah, that's
Fair.
my first John of the year. I mean, like considering all the hypes that Dunks had this year, and like considering when I first got into like sneakers and stuff, like Dunks were not like I could have walked into a skate shop and got a Dunk like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how it switched up. And I mean, that's on Nike, just like be able to build up this hype so rapidly 100%. And so intensely. Yeah. Good on Nike. Yeah. Usually I'm like, I'll go with, I'm like, should I go something like low key and not hype? I'm like, I'll do that for the second pick, but I got to bring it out for the Dunk. Big year for the Dunk.
Yeah.
Shout out Nike.
I think my picks are also like that. Like this, like my first pick isn't crazy hype or anything. It's just, if you know it, you know it.
All right, Ian, what is your first pick?
Into my pick.
Yes, it is.
My first pick. There we go. My first pick. It's from a little brand called Brain Dead. I'm talking about my Brain Dead Converse Bosey in natural black.
You picked a shoe too. Wow.
Yeah. I would show it, but it's in another room and I don't want to get up and get it. But
I'll put a picture in or something.
I'll let Justin, I'm holding up air so you can put it right there.
Or just send me a video of you just filming it and then I'll just put it there or whatever. We'll figure it out.
I have a TikTok of me opening a box of it. So.
Yeah, I'll just put the TikTok there.
Yeah, great shoe. Feels comfy as fuck. I love it.
Brain Dead. Get on that brand, guys. That's
100%.
So good.
I'm holding up some playing cards from Fontaine Brain Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Little shout out. Both of these brands are killing it.
Big year for Brain Dead this year. Big
year for Brain Dead.
And I'm sure next year is going to be even bigger. It's going to be
big year for Fontaine.
Big year for Fontaine. Big year for the low-key, the mid-tier LA brands. We got FTP had a big year.
Yeah. FTP did have a big year. They dropped so much heat.
Yo, FTP, Fontaine, Brain Dead. They got to do something. If they did something together, I think LA street industry would just like collapse in itself because that would be so sick.
Yeah.
Some
people probably are like, what the hell are these brands?
I know. I'm like, yo, guys, I know I'm wearing a Box logo and I do have a Supreme hat on, but I like other brands too.
I know I'm wearing CDG right now, but
the biggest hype red logos in current culture.
I know. Yeah, right. We're not flexing though, guys.
No.
We like small brands.
We support the small brands. And transitioning into my pick, I went local.
Okay.
And I picked my Legends League hat, the Champions hat.
Fire. That is a good hat.
The snapback inspired by the snapback that was in the Last Dance or featured in that iconic picture of Jordan hugging the chip. I listened to basketball. I watched the last. What's that show called, Ian? I
think it is the Last
Dance. Yeah, I watched that show. Yeah, I know culture.
He knows.
This is from Legends League. Shout out local Toronto brand. Unfortunately, their store is no longer open, but their online shop always is. And if you're looking for some quality basic items like hats and t-shirts, you know, they got you.
Justin put me on them this year.
Yeah, and they're local, so support your local Toronto brands.
Support local, guys. Support small businesses. Speaking of small businesses, my second pick is the televised hat.
Oh, wow.
He made the list, everybody.
Wow. You know what? I was going to put myself as the hat, or I was going to put the two hats, like my hat and that. I'm like, I don't know. I felt icky about it because I'm like, I'm really going to talk about myself, but Ian's going to do it for me.
I did it for you. The hat, man, step up in quality, 100%.
Yeah, this was a big year for televised, although we didn't release that much.
Yeah, but hey, it's coming.
Yeah, we're coming.
But you know that from that dad hat you first released of the redacted brand.
The redacted.
The redacted brand rip.
The redacted, yes.
To the Jazz Club.
Yeah, it's a big switch up.
I'm very proud. Big switch. If anyone didn't cop it, you missed out.
Yeah, you did miss out.
It's beautiful, man.
And
the navy goes well.
Yeah, this is one of the pieces that I did get a lot of responses on, and I'm very excited to announce that we are doing more hats. And coming up next week on Boxing Day, Televised Toronto will be dropping its final piece of the year, another hat. It is.
Our transitions, man.
I know. Wow, we're just killing it today. The boxer beanie comes out Boxing Day, Sunday, I think, December 28? Yes. No, 20. Oh, yeah, 28. December 28. The boxing beanie comes out. It is in, if you're watching the video, it is in this same beanie style, this acrylic beanie style with a televised embroidery on the top. But instead of navy, it is black. So yeah.
Wow. Wowza.
Yeah, this is just a big ass commercial.
Fun fact, man, I was gonna put the Supreme knit that I caught.
Oh, that was such a beautiful piece too.
I was going to, but I changed my mind last minute because I had yours on there, and I'm like, you know what? Let's put televised. But Supreme knit is a runner-up because, first of all, that was my first cop by myself, I think.
Yeah, that was a big moment for you.
Yeah,
your first Supreme
Cup. I asked Justin to proxy. Sorry, I'm a faker, everybody.
No, it's okay. I'm proud to proxy. I'm proud to help my boys get the garms they want. Shout out, Justin. Yeah. If you need me to get you Supreme stuff, I got you. Or any other stuff, services, I got you.
Yeah.
If you need any hype stuff, I will try to get it for you. I cannot guarantee I will, but I will try.
He will try.
I'll try my best.
But yeah, that was my runner-up, and those are my picks.
And my runner-up is my Supreme box logo. It got clowned on by everyone, and I'm sure people are like, "Oh my god, it's the Supreme box logo that looks like a cross." It was ugly, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking hilarious." That's why I like it so much.
It's kind of cool, man. I think it was like very satire.
That's why I like it so much too. They're like, how can we make them look so like Supreme is probably like in their design room or whatever. They're like, how can we fuck with them this year? And they're like, why don't we just put two box logos? And they're like on top of each other. Someone else did that before. Shout out Ass Pizza. They're like, oh no, why don't we make it a cross? And they're like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. Run that shit.
It's like because we're the religion. We're the new religion.
The Supreme cult. Supreme religion. Supreme leader Jebbia.
This is the CDG hoodie I'm wearing right now. They kind of have two patches like on top.
Oh my gosh, well, Ian, we're just like so synchronized, bro. This is why we're the greatest co-host of the best half year podcast.
Yeah. Suck it, Noel and Cody.
Yeah, you guys are a full year podcast. We only do half the year because we're half as good as you guys.
We're half as talented. So
you know what? That's half more talented than most people. So bang.
Banger right there.
All right. And to close it out, we have a big announcement, Ian.
We do?
There's another reason why I wanted to bring you on, because
the transitions are getting crazy.
Because this Christmas, your boys are back, and the Justin Yin podcast is dropping our Christmas special that was filmed in October. This afternoon show is coming to the internet on this Christmas.
The late afternoon show.
The late afternoon
show with Justin and Ian is coming out.
So to close out Quarantine Edition, the last season of our podcast, not the last season, period.
The final season.
No, as in the last season we did previously. So we got all the people we wanted to interview throughout the whole quarantine, which is, I guess, still now. At the time we didn't know. But we interviewed all the people that we couldn't get a full episode to, and we had them do our own little talk show.
Little lightning round.
Yeah, a little lightning round talk show. So the episode will... Oh, my camera just turned off. Turn it back on, please. Thank you. Don't fall. All right, so the episode is going to work like... I don't want to give too much promo, but the interview segments will be dropping on Christmas, and each following day after Christmas, we will drop a game clip, because we did a little game with all of our interviewees. And then I think
you should have done it like Advent, bro, and like the days leading up.
Oh, I know, but I'm not good at planning, and I had school, and we had school, and that was too much.
We had school. That's fair.
That's our excuse for why the podcast is stopping and why we always don't do anything. It's cool. We have priorities.
It's always school.
But yeah.
Even when school's finished, we're still
even when school's finished, like, I can't do it because of school, you know? You're like, aren't you done school? I'm like, still.
Aren't you 25? Aren't you guys 25?
Aren't you guys out of college? Don't you guys have your degrees? Yeah, but school, you know? Aren't you guys not like working? No, we're in school. Why don't you say
work? It's like we're working, but
school is still a very important part of our life. 3 years later after we graduated. So the interview episode will drop audio-wise and video-wise on Christmas, and then leading up to New Year's, we will drop a segment, the videos, the game segment, and then on New Year's Eve...
We're going to lead you guys into the new year.
Yeah, and then on New Year's Eve, we'll just bust the big load and drop the full...
We're going to bukkake the whole lot.
And just drop the full game episode on New Year's. If the timing is right.
Drowning in it.
Yeah. But
just drowning in cum.
We are back. That's the big announcement. This has been a great episode. Ian, thank you for being on This Just In.
You're welcome.
This has probably been, again, when me and you are together, we just get this just gets dialed to 11 times 2.
Conversation is always good with you, buddy.
Honestly, we are so good at podcasting. We should just get we should just be professional podcasters at this point.
We should just start upgrading all our equipment.
Yes, that's a good point. We should stop buying clothes and start buying equipment.
That is actually facts. Yeah, man.
Stop using fucking iPhones and USB
fucking $100 mics.
Okay, hold on. We are using professional industry standard mics. The mics are great. Okay, we just need to upgrade everything around the mics.
We need to get Phantom Tower and
recorders.
Recorders.
Like those dials. That's season 3 or season 18 or whatever. What is it? Episode 50. Episode 50.
Episode 50. That's what we said.
We're only like 26. Okay, so we still have half a season to half the episodes to go.
50 is still a long way, man. Who knows?
I know.
If we start saving now, we can easily buy everything we want.
Or if we get a sponsor, the sponsor just covers for it.
Yeah, we should just tag a whole bunch of sponsors in
every video.
NordVPN, Honey, SeatGeek,
Manscaped,
yeah.
NordVPN. Get all the VPNs in here. Skillshare.
All
Squarespace.
Yeah, Squarespace, Wix, anything we'll take.
And with that big ass sponsorship.
Yeah.
This has been This Just In. You can check out Ian in the description. Ian, where do you have to plug?
Check out Begone Thought. I'll be dropping them whenever I feel like it because fuck a schedule.
Yeah.
And,
consistency.
My TikTok and my Instagram. But you guys already know that if you know.
All right, Sunday crossword. And with that.
Sunday crossword.
Thank you for listening. Check out all the stuff we said in this video. We said a lot, so there's a lot for you to check out. At least check out 2 things. You know, we gave you a big list, but just check out 2 right after you listen to this episode, or even during, because there's an audio form. You can listen to the audio while you research what we talk about. All right, guys.
Out of 3, that's only 3 things you need to choose.
Exactly. That's gonna take you can research all the things in this episode we talked about within the episode. So with that, we close it out, Ian.
Goodbye, everybody.